all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Jungle.
A lovely warm welcome to the main news on Prime Television. Thank you so much for joining us. And now we look at what's making headlines in our news. Political violence escalates despite Edgar Lungu's orders to stop it. PF and MMD partnership will result in one political party, PF Secretary General reviews. Fuel shortage continues in Mongo, creating public panic. In foreign news, Nigeria seeks U.S. help in fighting against Boko Haram. Those are the headlines. Join me shortly for the main news in detail. And now the Prime TV main news in detail with me, Kalan Muchima. Political brutality has continued despite President Edgar Lungu's call to arrest PF cadres mocking and beating up their fellow political opponents. The recent incident is one that in which a woman, Agnes Njovu, at Soweto Market was beaten by suspected PF cadres. The beating up of a woman has provoked public anger and the leadership of the United Party for National Development, UPND. Speaking at a media briefing in Lusaka, UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema has condemned the attack of a woman by suspected PF cadres. He says the woman was beaten by PF cadres suspected to have been organized by a Mr. Bright Mumba, youth chairman at Soweto. Efforts to get a comment from Mr. Mumba and police proved futile by press time. Daniel Tonga attended the briefing and now filed in this report.
They attacked us. Now we managed to apprehend this guy. So now the police say, no, why didn't you report where you've come from, where this happened? Not until the police just told them to say go away with him. Along the way my son was beaten, and before my son was taken, the group would come, beat him. My son was helplessly there. Our group would come beat my son.
Amid sobs and emotional distraught, Agnes Njovu explains how she was beaten by suspected PF cadres at Soweto Market. The incident comes barely few days after President Edgar Lungu ordered the arrest of PF cadres perpetrating violence. Ms. Njovu was allegedly beaten after differences with PF cadres at Soweto Market. Another victim of this incident was Emmanuel. He was also beaten and later taken to the police, where the cadres framed him that it was him that attacked the lady. But what was not realized by the PF cadres is that Emmanuel was her son.
Someone punched me on my eye. Then my children were there. He became annoyed, and the one who punched me, he was with him. Now, without realizing that there were a number of them, the other one was this side. Teddy is not here. He was trying to also come to protect him because there were about 6 of them on him. Others were getting planks, beating, blows, and so on. So as I was trying to protect my son, when they were beating me with planks, I just said, kill me, not with my son. And I said, take me. My tears were just, onlookers were there. We were just the 3 of us with my children, trying to protect our lives. That's how they managed to get my son.
The incident, as was narrated, brought internal emotional outbursts to those in attendance at a media briefing to hear it all. Some could not hold but cried to hear how pain was inflicted upon this lady. UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema has expressed anger over the matter and has called on President Edgar Lungu and the police to act and stop the violence.
Where are we? Is this your country? Is this my country? Is this a country that people died for to deliver independence? Edgar Lungu, what country do you want to run? You are in office. What more do you want? Inonge Winner, you are a woman. You are a vice president. Your fellow woman is being brutalized by your thugs. Mumba. I want that name. Mumba. Bright Mumba. I want to be looking at Mumba here. As I look at this piece of paper, I'm seeing Mumba there. I'm seeing his body here. And I'm reading his mind. His vicious mind. His brutal mind. You left your children at home, but you are killing someone's child. You left your mother at home, Mumba, but you are killing someone's mother.
This matter has been reported to the police, and many of such cases go unreported, and if reported, nothing is done because they die a natural death. Looking at this lady, it's difficult to explain how she feels on the inside, and for this camera, it is not enough to capture and bring out the emotional intensity and pain
that this lady is going through. For Prime TV News, Daniel Tonga, Lusaka.
Thanks, Daniel Tonga, for that report. Meanwhile, a political activist, Dante Saunders, has charged that political brutality does not last in the country. Mr. Saunders says it will not help for PF to be brutalizing others because they have different political opinions. He says Kenneth Kaunda was brutal in his rule, but people prevailed and removed him from office. Mr. Saunders says PF will soon be removed from office following their continued behavior of violence. He was speaking at the same media briefing in Lusaka. Mr. Saunders maintains that UPND still remains a people's choice for 2016 elections. He has charged that it will not do for PF to continue brutalizing fellow black people in the country which is theirs.
Our Zambian chaps, black people, black, to continue to attack a black Zambian lady or another black Zambian. When you are leaving foreigners here to murder and kill Zambian people, you don't do anything about it. You don't do anything about it. If you think we are animals, then leave our country. We shall find somebody to rule this country. But I also want to say to all the young people here today, God is on your side. That I'm not your age. Because if I was your age, I don't think you would have found me on the top table here today. I would have been fighting for my rights. That's what I done against Kaunda. In his brutal force, we forced Kaunda to step down. Because I was young. And I said to all of you, all of us, and I don't care which party you belong to, you are a young person, you are young Zambians, you are men and women. We cannot allow this country to deteriorate no more than what it is. Let us put an end to this height of stupidity where we are black brother is killing black brother.
The Federation Council for Peace has welcomed the move by the ruling Patriotic Front, PF, to work with the Movement for Multi-Party Democracy, MMD, in addressing national issues. Federation President Elijah Mumba says it is important for political parties to work together in the development of the country. He pointed out that the move by the two parties to merge is good, but that the two parties, before deciding, it was imperative that they visit their grassroots supporters and get their views if they are two for the idea of political parties working together. Mr. Mumba says if political parties can agree on working together, even the issue of tribal callings and names would be done away with. Last week, the PF and MMD announced that they were considering on the integration of the two political parties. Police in Lusaka have launched a manhunt for former MMD National Secretary Muhabi Lungu. Mr. Lungu is alleged to have convened an illegal meeting with other expelled MMD NEC members on Friday. During the meeting, the expelled members declared their expulsion from the MMD as null and void, claiming that they are elected officials unlike the ones expelling them. The police also refused to grant the Muhabi Lungu-led executive a permit to hold the meeting, which was supposed to take place at Mika Lodge, citing security concerns. However, Mr. Lungu and other expelled NEC members went ahead with a meeting at Mr. Muhabi Lungu's residence. You're watching the main news on Prime TV. We go for a break. Join me shortly.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Thank you so much for staying with us. And now for the rest of the news. The ruling Patriotic Front has announced that it has entered into a marriage and the two parties will be one. Announcing the development, PF Secretary General Davis Chama says the parties will finally be one in the run-up to the 2016 general elections. Mr. Chama adds that MMD will be swallowed up by the two parties, will be swallowed up by the PF and finally become one party. He indicates that when two people enter a marriage, the expected result is that the two will become one. Mr. Chama was speaking in an interview with Prime TV journalist Daniel Tonga in Lusaka. He revealed that talks between two parties have reached high levels and soon the public will be availed with full information.
We have this partnership with MMD, which is, we are calling it a marriage. When you marry somebody, you become one. We want to appreciate them for the support that they gave us in the past election. We appreciate them greatly. When we were in Fuwe, we met provincial leadership, district leadership, constituency leadership of MMD. They came to pay courtesy on the president, and we were very, very grateful for the support that they gave us. And I don't think they'll be ready to put up a candidate. But I've heard, MMD is in three parts. The party that supported UPND, the party that went with Dr. Nevas Mumba, who are claiming some of the matters are in court. I don't want to prejudice what is already in court. But there's also a part of MMD that supported us. So whether they'll put up a candidate because maybe the UPND faction will put up a candidate under MMD, or maybe the genuine MMD, the other MMD will put up a candidate, but I don't know. I cannot speculate about it.
Zambia and Angola have signed two bilateral agreements on water and rail transport, which will facilitate the movement of people and goods and boost the trade between the two countries. And President Lungu yesterday joined his Angolan and Democratic Republic of Congo counterparts, Jose Eduardo dos Santos and Joseph Kabila, in commissioning the $1.9 billion refurbished Benguela Railway in Luau, eastern Moxico province of Angola. The agreements were signed on Friday by Minister of Foreign Affairs Harry Calava and Angolan Minister for Transport Augusto de Silva Thomas at a ceremony held at the Presidential Palace. The agreement on water transport is envisaged to facilitate the movement of water vessels between Zambia and Angola at points where the two countries share waterways. Fuel shortage has continued in Mongo district of Western Province, with vehicles queuing up for the commodity as early as 06 hours. And motorists in the district have called on government to quickly intervene in the fuel shortage, adding that fuel contributes immensely to national development. Francis Kawengo, a motorist, said the district has been experiencing fuel shortage for a week now. Mr. Kawengo added that the reduction in fuel will not be felt by motorists if the shortage continues. He noted that motorists are being taken back to the 1960s, where people used to queue up for commodities, adding that situations such as this should not happen 50 years after Zambia's independence. We go for another break. International news will be up next.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
It's now time for international news. Nigeria's president has called for greater military assistance from the U.S. in the fight against armed group Boko Haram. President Goodluck Jonathan appealed to the U.S. to come to Nigeria in an interview published with the Wall Street Journal, citing U.S.-led operations against the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant ISIL as the pretext for intervention. He told the U.S. newspaper that Nigeria had made a request for combat soldiers and military advisors in early 2014, but speaking in Washington, Pentagon spokesman Rear Admiral John Kirby said there were no plans to send U.S. troops to Nigeria. Jonathan's comments came as hundreds of groups of fighters invaded the northeastern city of Gombe, firing heavy guns and throwing leaflets calling for locals to shun the upcoming elections. Nigerian government sources told Al Jazeera that the attack had been repelled by the military. Police in Copenhagen say they have shot dead a man they believe was behind two deadly attacks in the Danish capital hours earlier. Police say they killed the man in the Nørrebro district after he opened fire on them. It came after one person was killed and two injured during a free speech debate in a cafe on Saturday. In the second attack, a Jewish man was killed and two police officers wounded near the city's main synagogue. Police say they do not believe any other police people were involved in the attacks. Early on Sunday, police said they had been keeping an address under observation in the district of Nørrebro, waiting for the occupant to return. And that foreign item brings us to the end of our main news on Prime Television. But before we go, a look at the headlines once again. Political violence escalates despite Edgar Lungu's orders to stop it. PF and MMD partnership result in one political party, PF Secretary General reviews. Fuel shortage continues in Mongo, creating public panic. And in foreign news, Nigeria seeks U.S. help in fight against Boko Haram. That's all for now. On behalf of my colleagues, my name is Kala Mchima. Thank you so much for your company. God bless you and have a lovely and pleasant viewing. Bye-bye, Zambia.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.